Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the new skincare launches that happened in 2020. We've already covered in a video my favourite skincare in general of 2020, which I'll link up there. But this is really getting down to the nitty-gritty of the new skincare offerings that we were given this year. There's been some ding Holy Grails, and there's been some total fails, and we're going to break it down. I'm going to categorise this in four ways. We're going to have the worth a look for those products that you really might want to give a second look to and consider incorporating into your skincare routine. We're also going to have that needs work. This is the products which launched well, they were okay, but maybe they need a little bit of tweaking or they might not be applicable for everybody. Then we're going to have the just okay. This is the products. This is actually really, maybe we didn't really need this to enter our skincare world in 2020. And finally, we've got the total fails. These are the products you just want to give a firm pass and a miss to. I'm going to be covering them on the chart, which you'll see to my left, which will be your right, I think, so you can track along. Obviously, all of these are subjective. This is just my thoughts on these launches. I'd love to hear your thoughts on any ones I've missed out or any of these where you disagree. Leave me a comment below. So let's get straight into it. And first up is the Pixi Clarity Collection. I'm putting this in the worth a look category. I was actually super impressed when this launched. A lot of people criticised Pixi for being over fragranced, relying too much on botanicals, and having a very confusing portfolio of products. I actually really like Pixi. Their Glow Tonic was one of my favourite products of this year, and this Clarity Collection was really good for people like myself who have excess oil in the skin, are a little bit breakout prone. The key ingredients of these are salicylic acid. They do come to have the toner, or as they call it, the tonic. They also have a mattifying gel. They have some serums. It's a really nice collection, which I think could be a really great starting point for anyone who's looking to build a routine around acne or breakout prone skin. My only criticism with this is I think if you were to use all the products from this, you'd be doubling down on quite a few drying ingredients, and it might lead to some skin dryness and sensitivity. But I don't think it's a collection you are supposed to use everything from it. I think it's just a nice addition to the Pixi line. So definitely worth a look. Next came Naturium. I'm going to put this in needs work. Let me explain myself. So I did an actual recent video on this where I gave Naturium a second look. So I'll leave a link to that up there because I do think it's worth checking that video out. For me, this actually wasn't a bad product launch. I loved a lot of the products that were brought to market. They had some interesting formulations. They had some really different strengths available and some really nice formulations and products in general. I love the packaging. I like the ethos, being cruelty free. I like the fact that they had some really great environmental standards behind the product. All huge tick in the box. But we had the whole fail in terms of the launch. Susan Yara, the creator of, or co-creator of this brand, not disclosing she was a co-creator and yet still promoting it. It was all just a real disaster of a launch, and actually it put a lot of people off, and to this day a lot of people say they still won't trust or buy from the brand. So needs work in that the products are great, but they really need to work on their marketing strategy, because that launch was that was like a 101 on how not to launch skincare. Coming in at number 3 is the Ordinary Balance Set. So this was reaching quite a lot of excitement because a lot of people are crying out for new products from the Ordinary and from Deciem in general. Whilst this isn't a new product, it's a new set of products which came on the market, and I'm going to mark as just okay. The reason I'm going to say it's just okay is it's not innovative, it's not really new. These products are already established in the Ordinary skincare range, but what they did do is piece them all together. This balance set is designed for people, again, with acne prone skin, like a starter guide for people with acne prone skin. I actually really like all of the products in here, and it comes with a 20% discount. So if you like all these products and buy them every single day, why not buy them as part of a set and save 20%? It also is quite a nice little gift idea for people, for Christmas. We've got the holidays coming up. Actually a nice gift idea that's reasonably priced, looks really expensive for what it is, and actually is a nice curated set of products. It's just okay because it lacks that innovation, but actually I bought myself one and I've been really impressed. Next up, we have the Cerave Cream to Foam Cleanser. You guys know my thoughts on Cerave. Not a fan. I don't like the ethos of the brand, and I don't really like many of the products. However, I know a lot of you guys really do enjoy Cerave and like the brand, and so I always try to look at it with a fresh and unbiased pair of eyes. We had the launch of the Cream to Foam Cleanser, which I'm marketing as just okay. Now hear me out. I think in terms of some of the Cerave products, they are total fails and they don't work at all for me. This isn't in that category. I do like how it goes on as a cream and then turns into more of a foam and then washes off completely. This is designed and marketed as being like a double cleanse in one, so you have the cream and the gel kind of all in one product. I like where they were going with it, which is why I've given it a just okay, but I don't think they delivered. In terms of a product, this as alone isn't enough to get off all the dirt, the debris, the SPF, and any makeup that you might be wearing. If you're wearing waterproof makeup, certainly won't be able to tackle that, and so you will still need to do a double cleanse. So I don't think it's living up to what it says it will. It's not particularly drying, so it's quite nice if you have dry skin. I just think, especially because it is a foaming cleanser, I just was a bit underwhelmed with this, and I think they need to bring out something a little bit more innovative. This didn't excite me, so this is why I'm rating it as just okay. Now, fifth on this list is the Body Shop Drops of Youth Concentrate. This is the first of our total fails of today. I really didn't like this product. I tried it. I've given Body Shop a second look. A lot of people found it got a bit samey. It lost a lot of its hype and its reputation over the last 10 years. But I've been giving it a second look because they've been bringing out some new products and they've updated some of their marketing and some of their product packaging. It looks quite exciting and fresh again. And I'm always willing to take a second look at skincare brands. This to me was just a total fail. It was greasy. I didn't like the formulation. I didn't think it really added much in terms of active ingredients to the skin. I don't really know what the purpose of this product was. I wanted to like it because it's a new launch. I like the packaging, I like the look, and I like what the ethos behind the brand is. Body Shop were one of the first brands to really support cruelty-free skincare, so I was really on board with them from the start. But this was just a firm fail for me. I don't know who it would work for. I don't know who would enjoy it, and I really don't know what the purpose of it is. So unfortunately, it's our first total fail. Now we're going to talk Kylie Skin, but more specifically the acne collection that Kylie came out with. The skincare line actually launched last year, I believe, so quite a while ago. This is the new addition from the acne range. A lot of people went quite hard for Kylie when she launched this and said actually these products were a bit copycat from some other things on the market and they just really didn't like them. One thing that really irritated me about this is a lot of people called Kylie out saying, how can you create a brand or a line of products for acne prone skin if you don't suffer with acne yourself? I really hate this sort of talk. You don't have to have something in order to be able to understand it and to deliver a great product that deals with it. I don't think people have a monopoly on what acne means to them, and I really don't like that sort of conversation. So I think she was treated a little bit harshly by a lot of influencers here on YouTube when this product line launched. I actually quite enjoyed it. I would definitely categorize this as worth a look, particularly if you're in Kylie's core demographic, which is that 18 through to 20s, younger, millennial, Generation Z, whatever we call them these days, people with acne or breakout prone skin that want to buy into the bubblegum pink fantasy that is Kylie Skin. It's bang on brand, the formulations are really good, she's cruelty free, which I absolutely love, and I think the price points are reasonably fair. The only thing I didn't like about this is you can buy a really overpriced brush to apply the mask. Don't bother, apply it with your hands. Why are we using brushes to apply masks? I don't get that. That bit's overpriced, but everything else I think is worth a look. Now, we're coming on to a little bit bougie. A lot of the recommendations so far have been on the drugstore end or drugstore to mid-priced. Now we are coming at you hard with the bougie luxury skincare. And that is the launch of the Chanel branded cleansers. So Chanel skincare is up there in price. You know, you expect it's a designer brand, you expect it to come with a designer price tag, and these certainly do. A lot of this Chanel skincare actually has been okay, and I think there's definitely a place. They do a sublimage or something range, which is actually reasonably good, if a little bit overpriced. These cleansers, though, come in the total fail category. That's because they're not delivering anything beyond what you could get from a drugstore cleanser, and they're charging upwards of $50 for them. Total waste of money. You really don't need to be spending more than $10 to $15 on a cleanser. If you want to push the boat out and go a little bit bougie, I love the Sanskrit Saponins cleanser by Neod. That's definitely worth pushing to, $20 for. But $50 for a cleanser? No. They do a range. They do one for dry skin, they do one for aging skin, and they do one for oily skin. But all of them ultimately are stuff that you could find at the drugstore and some really good dupes available for them. They're not worth paying this money for. I actually did a whole video on my favourite cleansers, which I'll leave a link to up there. There's some great drugstore finds which you can get from that video, which save you money. If you want to buy Chanel, actually look to some of the other better skincare. This, I think, was just a cheap add-on that they're hoping people put in their basket while they're buying some of the better skincare that Chanel has to offer, and charging $50 for a cleanser? Not today. Now we have a launch which I think almost everybody had heard of and had an opinion on, and that is Fenty Skin. People went mad for this. It had its Holy Grail supporters and enthusiast. People that really like Rihanna tend to really like this. She has a very successful Fenty beauty line and makeup range, which is supposed to be absolutely amazing. I haven't tried it myself. So people had high hopes for the Fenty collection. It also had some quite significant detractors, and people came at this launch saying, why only 3 products? Why is there's quite a lot of things missing? And people had their negative things. I would say this is kind of a needs work product range. It's certainly, I'm impressed that she launched with an SPF. I really like it when skincare brands launch with an SPF because it's a core part of your cleansing routine. I thought the toner, like the Essence toner, the fat water or whatever she called it, was innovative and different, had a different texture and brought something different to the market, and the cleanser was okay. The reason I think it needs work is I do think the SPF wasn't my favourite. I think it was a little bit thick, a little bit gloopy. I don't know, I expected a little bit more. Obviously it's chemical, which I'm not surprised because that leaves no white cast or ashiness on the skin. Obviously Fenty Beauty and Fenty Skin is totally inclusive, so wants a product that is available for all skin tones. So I understand that, but I still think it was a little bit thick, a little bit gloopy. I didn't really like the cleanser. I thought that was just a bit cheaply formulated. It needs work. They've brought out some new products. I think they've got a mask now and a night moisturizer. I haven't actually tried them, but I'll be interested to see as the collection expands how it changes and alters and whether that formulation does change a little bit. I was impressed with the sunscreen, that it launched with a sunscreen, and I do think if Rihanna can do anything to get younger people more into sunscreen, then do you know what? Huge tick in the box from me. But this, I think, does need a little bit of work. We are now coming into the home stretch, and we're going to talk quickly about a brand which I absolutely love, and that is Summer Fridays. This launched here in the UK this year, but it actually launched other places last year, so don't read me to filth if you think this technically isn't a launch for 2020. Their jet lag mask in particular was just a holy grail favourite of mine, which is why I'm definitely including them in a worth a look column. This was just divine. It mixes niacinamide and vitamin C's together, and you put this mask on before you go to bed and you wake up with the best skin day ever. Like, I've left a link to it below, as I have with all of these products. Check it out because your skin will love you for it. It's like a good skin day in a bottle. I haven't tried a lot of the rest of the Summer Fridays launch. A lot of them were out of stock. It's a super popular brand. Quite a few of them were out of stock, so I couldn't get my hands on them, but this jet lag mask alone is good enough for me to rate this as worth a look in terms of this launch. We have another worth a look, which is the Versed Doctor's Visit Exfoliator. Versed have been around a couple of years. I actually did a full review on the brand, which I'll link up there if you want to check them out in more detail. This is a new individual product launch, which is a super strength exfoliator. This is designed to kind of rival the ordinary peeling solution and is designed to be like a doctor's visit strength worth of exfoliator. I used this and I loved it. It mixes some great exfoliating acids with enzymes. I am so into enzyme exfoliation at the moment, and I really enjoyed this product. This is definitely a worth a look. And whilst I wasn't overly impressed with all of Versed, I like their cleanser, I like some of their moisturizers. I just don't think all together the collection is perfect. When it comes to this individual launch, I bought into it straight away, and I think this is a really beautiful product for someone that wants to take their exfoliation game to the next level, incorporate an element of enzyme exfoliation in there as well. Then this is definitely worthy of a look. Finally, we have the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Serum. She actually has the Magic Cream, which has been around a couple of years and is an instant hit and a total sellout. I really didn't like that product. It was too thick, it was too gloopy, it risked breaking people out. It was just a firm pass for me, and I really didn't enjoy the product. I'm glad they came out with a launch this year of the new lighter version of that and a serum version, which bottles all the goodness in a serum form rather than a cream. I just really didn't like either of these. These are firm fails where I'm concerned. For me, I didn't understand what the purpose of these were because they still had ingredients that are likely to clog the pores. The lighter textured cream isn't light enough to actually make it almost like a lotion. It's still quite a thick cream. The serums are nice, and I think that is probably my favourite of the two. But again, I just think it's overpriced, over-perfumed for what you're actually getting in terms of the quality of the ingredients. I love Charlotte's makeup line. I love her as a personality. I think she's absolutely fantastic. And she has her cult followings. I'm all in favour of that, and it's cruelty-free to boot, which I should love. I just found that the reformulations weren't enough to actually make it innovative, make it different, and make me want to buy either of them. It's a firm fail, and I think anybody who has acne-prone skin certainly should avoid this. If you have very dry skin, then the original Magic Cream would probably work best for you. These two new additions, I'm not really sure who they're pitching to. So there you have it, guys. A range of total Holy Grails, new launches, through to the total fails. I would love to know if you bought any of these. Do you totally disagree with me on any of them? Leave me a comment below, and I love to hear it. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care. Bye.